Exiled.medic, stay healthy. How do I prevent the flu? How do I completely get rid of mucus? I will tell you all the secrets that I'm using every day. They're all cheap, they're affordable, and they're reliable. Better than any medicine. We're gonna start with the toiletries, then we're gonna move over to the supplements, and in the end we're gonna talk about teas and hydration. You need all three to completely get rid of flus and colds. First things first with the toiletries. This is probably the part that you know the least about, but I strongly believe that they are really strong for healing us. What we have here is a neti pot. What a neti pot does is we use it by filling in salt, 1 or 2 tablespoons of normal sea salt. You fill inside this neti pot, you swirl it around, you close it up, and then you use it inside your nostrils, one side each, swirl it really inside so it really cleans out the nasopharyngeal pathways. What this does is it breaks up the mucus, it breaks up the bacteria and viruses that are hiding all around your nose. This is one of the places where you have the highest concentration of viruses and of bacteria, so this thing really breaks them down. So next to the neti pot, we're gonna use sea salt, and what we do here is we will put it inside a glass. Just put it in our mouth and swirl it, gargle it around your throat. This will help break off the local viruses and bacteria that are in your throat. So that's the second step. And the third step for our naso-oral health is coconut oil pulling. We will just use coconut oil, 1 tablespoon, put it inside your mouth, like that. And swirl it around. You will notice your whole mouth, all the toxins get pulled out, all the bacteria from your teeth get pulled out, and they get pulled into this coconut oil. You spit it out, you're rid of it, your mouth is finally clean. That was the basic toiletries that I use. There's one little tip I can tell you. If you have trouble breathing at night, you can use these so-called nose strips. They're quite cheap, on the internet you can find them, and you just put this over your nose at night. And by the way, all these things I do every evening, every night before I go to bed. So I have the whole night free of bacteria and viruses so my body can heal. And what I do with these nose strips, you just place them over your nose, like this. And what they do is they open up your nose so it's easier for you to take a deep breath at night. Really important. Really great tip. Also a great tip if you're a person that has a small nose. This allows you to breathe easier at night. So what is the next thing in our routine? This was the toiletry and the bathroom. Now we go over to the supplement. The first supplement I would like to talk about is black cumin oil. Black cumin oil, this is a substance that contains timiquinone. Timiquinone is one of the best things known to man to reduce asthma and allergic symptoms, to clear out mucus from your lung. It works as an expectorant that really takes out this mucus. So we use this black seed oil, and make sure your black seed oil is cold pressed and is organic. This is the most important things. It should be cold pressed and organic, 100% pure. You can find this in any health store. And we just take 2 tablespoons in the morning. It actually tastes quite nice. You get used to the flavor. It doesn't only help you with the flu and coughing and mucus, which is what we're taking it for right now. It also massively helps your cardiometabolic health. It's great for the heart and it's great for losing weight long term. So black cumin oil, it's a little bit spicy, but I love the spices. So it's a great addition to your diet. I can really highly vouch for it. The next supplement we have here, this is probably the only conventional supplement I would say on this list, is zinc. Zinc actually is the strongest supplement to get rid of cold and flus. There's many studies that prove that taking zinc early enough will reduce the amount of flu and cold by at least half. So you halve the amount of time you're sick. Instead of being sick 7 days, you're sick 3 days. That's already a huge improvement. What I do when I'm sick, I just take 20 milligrams of zinc. I will not take it right now because I'm still fasted. I didn't eat anything besides the oil now. Zinc on an empty stomach causes nausea. So always make sure you take it with food. And then you just take 20 to 30 milligrams of zinc every day, and this massively reduces the amount you're sick. To make the zinc even more potent, a little secret is to add it together with quercetin. Quercetin, it can be found in supplemental form, 500 milligrams, and it can also be found in apples, for example. What quercetin does is a zinc shuttler, so it shuttles the zinc into your cells. This is what I would do if I had long COVID. I would use zinc together with quercetin. So here we had zinc, even stronger than vitamin C for flus, by the way. And the last supplemental kind of thing I will talk about is propolis. Propolis, that's the beneficial stuff from the bees. You can find it in all kind of ways and shapes and forms. You can find it as a syrup, as a drops. Here I have it as bonbons. They're sugar-free bonbons that you just put in your mouth, you leave in there, and this really soothes your throat, and it also helps get rid of the local bacteria in your mouth and your throat. And this is the space where we need to get rid of them in the beginning, because this helps our body heal way quicker. So that's already everything about the supplements. The next thing we're gonna talk about is hydration. And as you see, there's no foods on here for flus and for colds. I believe, obviously, you should eat fruits, you should eat a varied diet. You should not eat any milk, and you should not eat any sugar, as they're both highly inflammatory and mucus producing. And the last thing you want when you have a flu is even more mucus. You need the normal amount of mucus that's healthy, that's your body expectorating all the bad cells, but not too much. We need to hydrate. When we have a cold, when we have a flu, when we have a fever, when we are sick, our body gets crazy dehydrated. The best thing for hydration that I love, and I'm not sponsored by this brand, it's just one brand that tastes delicious, is coconut water. Coconut water contains high amounts of electrolytes, mainly potassium, and that's the main thing most people are deficient in terms of hydration. Drink coconut water at least once daily. It tastes delicious, it feels great, it has this, it's more than water, like it feels like a film that really replenishes water inside your body. Great for you. The next thing is this one. This is not a commercial Ingwer shot. I didn't buy this. This is actually homemade. We just used some ginger, we used some cayenne pepper, we used some apples, we used some oranges, we put them in a blender, we blended them up, we made a smoothie. Then we put this smoothie, which has a lot of pulp, we put it through a straining cloth, and then in the end you get this juice. And I just recycle old ginger shots that I already bought a while ago. Obviously make sure it's glass, not plastic. And then you can just drink this ginger shot. This is, I think, for most people too much. It's quite burning, but if you love the taste of ginger, it's amazing. I can highly recommend it. One last thing, I shouldn't drink it right now. Always make sure to shake it up. There will always be some residue on the bottom. We want to get all of it. The cayenne pepper, by the way, is there to make the turmeric and the ginger absorb better. Same with the black pepper. And the ginger is just the main ingredient we use against inflammation and the flu. So. And on to the last part. Maybe you already wonder, why do I have some ginger here? Why do I have some lemons here? And why are these two glasses here? Both of them will actually be a tea. The first one is a tea that is against the flu and against the cold, to beat the root cause. This one is with echinacea and with mullein leaf. Mullein leaf is great for the lungs. It works to protect the lungs, get rid of the mucus. It's an expectorant, similar to the black seed oil we used. And the echinacea is just a great remedy for the flu. What we will do is we will add these two plants, and then we will take some fresh ginger, make sure to wash it thoroughly, and then we cut it into smaller pieces so there's more surface for the hot water to really catch all that ginger. I like to use a little bit more ginger than most people, but I also enjoy the spicy flavor. We put this inside, then we add our warm water. Make sure that your water is not burning hot. It should just be warm enough to make some tea. You can see some steam, but it's not burning hot. And then the last step is we will take a organic lemon, cut it up, and put this also inside. This will be our main vitamin C source. It also makes the tea a little bit more tangy and sour, which I like when I'm sick. And here you have a great tea. This one I will rest and steep for 5 to 10 minutes, and then it's drinkable. The steeping is also important because there will be one last ingredient we can use, which is organic raw honey. Raw honey, you can see it's already empty. I snacked a little bit too much. You can put this inside the tea only once the tea is below 40 degrees. If it's above 40 degrees, the honey forms toxic chemicals, so never add honey to something warm or hot. You can add this to the tea. This works as a great antiviral, antibacterial remedy. I always talk about raw honey. Raw honey is the thing that has the most enzymes compared to normal honey. So we can add this to the tea. And this is pretty much our root cause remedy. And then we have another tea that we prepared. This is just pure crushed chamomile. And what chamomile does is, I always recommend chamomile for people that want to sleep. It's great before the night. This is one of the main purposes, but chamomile has another great property. If you ever noticed, if you drink chamomile tea, then your mouth, it feels very softish, like it's very soft and like it's a nice film around it. And this is actually an effect of the chamomile tea. If you drink it, it has the same soothing capabilities for your throat. So chamomile tea before the night enables you to sleep better and keep your throat protected. I will give you a quick summary of all the things I use when I'm sick, when I have a flu, when I have COVID or whatever. The first thing I will use is the Toiletries. I will use the neti pot at night. I will use sea salt to gargle my mouth, and I will use coconut oil pulling after brushing my teeth to really pull out the toxins from my mouth. Supplemental wise, I will take 2 tablespoons of black seed oil in the morning with the thymiquinone, getting rid of all the mucus, and I will use zinc 20 to 30 milligrams. This helps the root cause again. This helps our flu and cold duration be reduced. When I have throat pain, I like to use some Propolis bonbons. Propolis, again, the greatest thing that nature has to offer from the honey. And the last part that I need to do when I'm sick is hydrating. I hydrate with coconut juice. Coconut juice, many brands are fine. This is just one brand I like because of the flavor. I use the coconut juice. I use the homemade ginger shots. Ginger, greatest remedy for the flu. And I use teas. One tea is with echinacea, ginger, mullein, and lemon and honey. I drink this during the day, and then we have the chamomile tea for the night to sleep better and to soothe the throat. That's all I do. Thank you very much. I'm wishing you good health and stay healthy. Exiled.medic.